Hi, it's Ali here, and today I am talking to Donna about imposter syndrome. Now, Donna owns her own business, an own cleaning business, and she is very successful. And lately, she has decided to actually start a new business of doing permanent makeup for eyebrows. So, hi, Donna, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, thank you for doing this. I really do appreciate it. And to start with, I just really want to find out when you first felt that you suffered with imposter syndrome.
I would say as a child, I always knew that something wasn't quite right. I always
Mhm.
felt like a failure or I couldn't do anything that everybody else could do. I
Okay.
just thought, why is it me? Why aren't I as good as everybody else?
Hmm. And how did that
Yeah.
make you feel inside?
I felt like a failure. I felt sad,
Mm,
like down. Just wanted to be like everybody else, be able to do things, be able to be as good as everybody else. But there's just something inside me that I just
mm,
didn't feel like that.
yeah. And I know the feeling. I felt like that at school too, and it's not a nice feeling. But do you find that that actually started to rear its ugly head when you started your first job or jobs that you've had in the past?
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd say when I started to do a caring job when I was 18,
Hmm.
and I loved it. I really did love it. And I just then I didn't feel good enough. But they wanted to introduce MVQs. Well, that was it. As soon as I heard the word MVQ, I
Hmm.
was like, no, I'm out of that door straight away. I just thought that I would be a failure. People would laugh at me. I wouldn't be as good as everybody else.
Mm.
And I just couldn't do it. So in the end I just left. I thought
Which
no.
is such a shame. I've known you now for a few months, and you are such a caring person. You would have been amazing at doing that job. So, do you sort of look back now and wish you'd had that sort of inner strength and self belief to actually have done that?
Yeah, definitely. I think, if I'd done that, I would have proved to myself that maybe I was as good as everybody else. But it was
Mm,
just that fear that was inside me that was just like, no, Donna, you can't do it.
mm,
You'll just be a failure. And I just feel that because I loved that job so much and I wanted to continue doing what I loved doing, that got in the way
mm.
and it just pushed me out, which is a shame, really, because it's just, when you want to do things, blanking your brain telling that you can't do it, it's just not fair, I guess.
Do you always feel that you are putting yourself sort of down here and you put other people up here, that they're capable and you feel you're not capable?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, they're on an extreme like pedestal. I'm like just a little stone, a little pebble on the floor,
Oh,
and
don't
they're
say
up
that.
on that mountain. Do you know what I mean?
Mm,
Climbing, doing what they want to do. The thing is, I just wish that I could be like them.
mm,
Like I'd never feel jealous or like what's the word? I'd never feel that jealous of anyone, I guess, like
mm.
that. I would admire them. I would think,
Yeah.
how can you do that? How can you be so confident? How can you be like happy and
Mm,
joyful and all the time? Whereas I just want to be like you. I just want to be high up on that pedestal. I don't want to
mm,
be that little pebble on the floor anymore.
mm. So you found that really imposter syndrome has really held you back over the years.
Oh, definitely, yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
Even though you have a really successful cleaning company,
yeah.
you're in demand. But even then, we've worked together for a few months, and I know that now you're starting to feel different about yourself. But back when I first met you, you didn't even see your success in your own business.
Oh no, no, like I'm just a cleaner. The head would go down, full of shame. Like,
Mm,
what's a cleaner? Do you know what I mean? But with our conversations and our sessions, I've learned that yes, I am as good as everybody else, and
mm,
people, need a cleaner. And I've been doing my business now for 17 years,
yeah.
and it's made me realize that I am as good as everybody else.
Mm,
But it's that thought and that mechanism in your head that's telling you that you're not.
mm,
And I think, people there that have got like so successful jobs as scientists or like work in IT, and you just think, do you know what, I'd love to do that, but I'm never going to be able to do it. I'm just that, that cleaner that there's a piece of muck in the shoe, I guess. That's what I felt like.
mm,
But there's a job out there for everyone,
yeah.
and you do it have to be as high and as successful as that you think you need to be.
Mm.
We're all capable of doing something, but it's just that thought progress in your head that's telling you that you're not as
Yeah.
good as everybody else.
I mean, your progress over the last few months has been amazing. And I think that we really need to sort of say to the viewers the fact that if 4 months ago someone said, look, there is a chance of doing a new career, you could actually be, you know, a permanent makeup beautician, how would you have felt 4 months ago if I said that you could do that job?
Not a chance. Not a chance. I'll be like, are you kidding me? Really? No.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. No.
Yeah.
But,
And you've now been doing some training,
oh my
and
God,
you've done your first set of eyebrows. How did you feel going into that?
amazing. Like, I was a bit scared and apprehensive at first. I saw like a big booklet that I had to read.
Mm.
And I was like, no, I can't do it. That wall went up straight away. I can't do
Yeah.
it. I can't do it. And then obviously we had our conversations and stuff. And then I got training, and I love it. It's the best thing that I have ever done. So like, if you do doubt yourself, just give it a go. Don't knock it. Try it.
Yeah. And it proves the fact that if 4 months ago you'd have put that person up here and said, there's no way I could do it. You know, you, even if you tried, you felt you'd fail. You felt that you weren't good enough. You'd have felt like a fraud.
Oh,
And now you're doing this, and you did an amazing job. That lady's so pleased with her eyebrows, and you've now got this feeling inside you that's more about self-belief.
oh, definitely, yeah. Like when I done the first set of eyebrows, I was like, do you know what? I'm up there. I'm up on that pedestal with everybody else. I can do this.
Mm.
And it was the best feeling ever.
Mm.
And I just want that feeling to continue growing. Push yourself to do it as well. You need
Yes.
to do little steps to like continue. It's like a journey, but you need to do the little steps rather than the big. Think, do you know what? I can't do this, because you can.
Yeah. So that's the sort of advice you would give to yourself 4 months ago. If you were standing there now in front of yourself 4 months ago, it'd be little steps, and you can do it. What else would you say to your old self, or someone listening that feels that they're not good enough and that they would be a fraud if they tried?
Just try and do it. Like, I thought like nothing of myself before. I thought I was just a failure at everything. Anything I put my hand to, I wouldn't be able to do it at all. A brick wall would go up, and it'd be like, no, I can't do it. But slowly that brick wall is coming down, and I've proved to myself that I can do permanent makeup, and I will continue to do it. Some days might be hard and you might doubt yourself, but just keep going. Just keep doing it, and you'll be surprised. And then when you've finally done something, you will have that big fat smile on your face and think, do you know what, I done that. And you'll be proud of yourself for doing it and continue the process doing it.
I mean, we had a conversation the other day that, you know, I know you've been through quite a lot. You've had to push through a lot of beliefs, self-beliefs about that you felt that you weren't enough, etc. And it has been hard, and you have pushed yourself. But I said to you that if we could take away all of the hardship, all the things that you had to push and deal with, and we said, okay, we'd take all of that away, so you didn't have to go through that, and you'd stay how you were before, or you take all the things you have to do, all the steps you have to take, the things you have to work through, and you keep who you are now. You said to me the other day, there's not a competition. You would definitely go through it again to have that journey.
Definitely, 100%. Sometimes you, like, that fear isn't nice, but sometimes you need that little bit of fear to be able to push through. And it's like, you can stay in your comfort zone all day long, but you're never gonna achieve anything. So having that bit of fear inside you, and then seeing what that fear has caused in the better to move forward, it's like, yeah, I like that fear. Because you're never going to move forward. You can moan and say, I can't do this, and stay in the comfort zone, but you're never going to achieve anything. So you need that bit of fear, and the outcome will be there at the end of the day. You'll see it, and you'll progress more.
I think there's two things that have come out of this for me, our chat, is the fact that, number one, we have these beliefs inside us. We believe we are something, and we try to stay true to who we believe we are. So your imposter syndrome started really young at school, and then that belief stayed with you throughout your adulthood up to now. And it was just, you automatically went into, well, I can't do it. I'm just down here. There's no way I can do it. But now you've seen that actually, with the right, in a way, attitude, and you just take those small steps and you push the boundaries slightly, you've proved that you can. So it's like taking those little steps and not worrying about it too much, and just believing that actually, if someone else can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the
Definitely.
other thing is look at facts. You know, you have looked at each step and then thought, actually, I've done this. Oh, that's good. And then
Yeah.
so you're looking at what's in front of you, and instead of saying, well, I did okay, but the person that trained me was amazing, so that's the reason I did well. Or, yeah, we've only done this amount of information about browse, so I don't know everything, so I'm not really that good. Instead of like making everything around you responsible for if you actually succeed, and then it's your fault if you don't, you're actually now looking at it and thinking, yeah, it's in front of me, black and white, I've done it and I've done a good job, so I can do it. And that's giving you like the strength as you move on.
Definitely. Definitely.
Hmm.
I do think that yeah, that it obviously helps talking to you. Definitely.
Thank
You
you.
are an absolute star, and I couldn't have done it without you. And I know myself as well, as you said, you've got to think, well, yes, you helped me, but also that I done this, this, and this, and this as
You did
well.
the work, I just showed you the way. And that's the thing,
Right.
you've got to take it, the fact that you've succeeded. It's the same that someone else could read a book, or they could just trial and error, all these different things you can do to push yourself out of your comfort zone and take those steps. But it's always down to you. And if you read something and you take it on board and you actually take action, you can know loads of things, but if you don't actually take the action, then nothing's going to change.
Yeah,
And
like
you've taken loads of action.
before I would say I've done this, but then I would analyze it. Well, I could have done this, I could have done that, I could have done this better. And I would go around in my head analyzing everything. But now I just think, do you know what? I've done this and I'm proud of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I move on to the next thing instead of analyzing it. I've done it and I'm proud of myself for doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you've done amazing. And I think also the really big thing to remember, it doesn't matter who the person is. They could be the expert in the field, it could be the CEO of a company, it could be someone that's done a job for a long time and does amazing presentations, or have been a life coach for years, or even a cleaner for years, or a permanent makeup expert for years. Everyone still feels that little bit of self-doubt, and they feel a little bit, if they do something slightly different, that, oh, will I be okay, will it turn out okay? That's human nature. The difference between the people that don't do it and the people that do it is the ones that tell themselves, actually, I'm just going to try, and if I fail, I'm going to learn, and if it's a success, then I've taken the next step forward and I'm improving on myself. But it's not listening, like you said, to quieten that inner voice down, that you're not listening to the self-doubt you had before, so it's enabling you to take steps forward.
Yeah, I always thought that when I failed, whereas you have taught me that a failure is actually a learning curve. You learn from you fail. So
Mm-hmm.
therefore now I think as well, if I do fail, I fail, but I'm going to learn from that and I'm going to come back bigger and I'm going to come back stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well
in a
done.
way, that has taught me a lot. So
Yes.
don't ever be scared of failing, because it
Mm-hmm.
will teach you more. And I've
Oh,
never would have said that ever
no,
before.
no, no, no. That is amazing. And I know that even if we just have a couple more sessions and you carry on your own, or you have a few more sessions, whatever you choose, I know now you've got that mindset, that a little bit more self-belief that you're going for it. And as you say, if you fail, you fail. So what? You learn from it, and you just keep on trying. Failing is actually not doing it at all in the first place, because you're not going to do it if you don't do it at all.
Yeah.
So I know now that you've got those seeds in deep inside you, that you can carry on growing. You are so much more than you believe you even are now. And I can see in the next 6 months, a year, that you won't even recognize yourself, because you've got that a little bit more, what's the word, just more self-belief. You actually now think that actually if I try it, I might fail, but I'll learn from it and I'll carry on trying.
Yeah. And then if that wasn't for you, try something else. There's always something out there, something different that you can try.
Yeah. And imposter syndrome happens to a lot of women, especially women that are really driven to do something new. And you might not get rid of it totally, but it's that conversation you have with yourself, that not listening to that doubt and that emotion that's inside, and sort of like thinking, well, yeah, I could fail, but I'm going to do it. Or, yeah, it might not be for me, but I'm going to speak to the right people and learn everything I can. And I'm just going to do my best. And just pushing through it and looking at the facts in front of you. Your facts are, you've done an amazing set of eyebrows and you're just can't wait to do the next set. So that actually shows you that you're actually increasing in knowledge and experience. But if you listen to maybe the emotion, like, oh, this is a bit scary, I've not done this before, and you really take notice of what's inside, then you're not going to move forward.
No, you're never going to move forward.
So imposter syndrome is going to be there for most people, but it's how much you can quieten it and the skills you learn to actually believe in yourself more.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, Donna, thank you so much for doing this little chat with me. I really do appreciate it. And I know you're going to be a real success with your eyebrows. So thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for having me. And also thank you for all the work that you've put in too. You've been amazing.
Well, you've done all the work. So well done.
You.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank you. Bye-bye.